Hey, it's your boy Taylor Grant. I'm here with Bellator Claims Resolution, and I'm here to talk to you about the denial of the day. Today's comes to us from Stephen of Broomfield. I had hail damage to the roof of my house, and all my neighbors got new roofs. I call the insurance company, and their adjuster said there's no damage. So I get a roofing company to come out, and he shows me all the damage that is hail. The shingle is 23 years old and the house is now 35 years old. But even if there is hail damage after 15 years, this is important, the insurance company won't pay anything. They depreciated the roof at 5% per year to a max of 80%, but they still continue to collect the premium for the hail and wind damage long after they won't pay out anything. I want to talk about that here in a second. I also have a metal roof on my shop and it's dented, but they say it's normal and won't cover anything but a puncture on the metal roof. I will be canceling all my insurance coverage personally and commercially. Yeah. So, a couple things. One, if you have a policy that basically reduces coverage every year or after a certain time period, you need to know that. And it's not necessarily how long you own the property, it's how old the roof is. So if they, the insurance company, look up and say, hey, the roof was put on 14 years ago, and you don't know that, or maybe you do, but you don't see in your policy that on year 15, it goes from a replacement cost policy on your roof to an actual cash value, you could be out a substantial amount of money because of what the policy language is. And guess what? You agreed to it. You've been paying those premiums. And so when we say the same thing to insurance companies, hey, you covered this, the insured has been paying those premiums, you owe for this for coverage, it works in reverse too, is you, the insured, have agreed to the policy that very clearly dictates what happens after a certain number of years to that roof and how it's treated. You have to abide by that contract, which is a policy, right? Policy is just a different way of saying contract, but contract sounds so much more scary than policy does, right? So your policy contract is what dictates the coverage that you have. And if you don't know what's in it, unfortunately, that's your responsibility, that's your fault. And if the insurance company says, hey, we'll pay the claim, but we're going to depreciate it 80%, and you don't get the recoverable depreciation based on what the policy says, and your roof is $10,000 and they depreciate it 80%, they're going to give you a check for $2,000 and say, hey, good luck, and you're responsible for the other $8,000. Are you sure you want that kind of policy? No, probably not. That's just my guess. But if you don't read your policy and understand what's in it, you might be ending up with something like that without even knowing. And what he said was he feels like he's paying for coverage that he doesn't have, which is kind of true. So every 2 years, right? Every 2 years, shop around with a good insurance broker that you know and trust that has your best interest at heart to make sure you have the coverage that you need. Then consider the price you're going to pay. Get coverage first, price second. And then if you have a legitimate claim, commercial, industrial, school district, whatever it might be, and you are having a tough time getting the insurance company to do the right thing, contact us today. BellatorClaims.com. We'll see what we can do to help you out.